right, thank you. So first of all, thank you to Lauren and Laura and Yoakum for putting this together. I wish I had known about it last year. Seems like a really cool PDW. The first question they asked, can you guys hear? Is it on?
It just feels weird. I think
Okay, it's on. Okay. The first question they asked us to think about is what do we care about in terms of the future of work? And this is a topic I've cared deeply about for a number of years. I'm also part at the University of Michigan of the Center for Positive Organizations, and thriving at work has been a key part of my research identity. And I'm really interested in how the future of work is either enabling or disrupting people's ability to thrive at work. And a couple years ago, Lindsay Cameron and Lyndon Garrett and I wrote a paper about how alternative work arrangements are affecting people's experience at work. And when we talk about alternative work arrangements, we're talking about different kinds of employment contracts. You know, today we're seeing more and more people that are working as freelance or where they might have a side hustle in addition to a regular full-time job. And how today we're seeing more and more people choosing to have that kind of work. You know, maybe 15 years ago, somebody got laid off and became an independent contractor or a consultant. Today, we're seeing more and more people choosing to have work where they have a lot more flexibility around the kind of work contracts that they have. Another important dimension about work arrangements are work scheduling. You know, now that people are working more remotely, a normal day doesn't just look like 8 to 5 anymore. You know, people are working or needing to be available 24/7 in a lot of cases. And then the last piece is about work location. Like, where is work being done now? And what are the implications of not being in a workplace? We're all experiencing that, of course, with COVID. We had an interesting session earlier today about how COVID has affected work relationships, especially in university settings. You know, and loneliness is a key issue. Mental health is a key issue. Difficulties in collaborating, which might make thriving might make it much more challenging. So those are some of the issues I really care about. I think alternative work arrangements matter. Then you also asked us to talk about it from the perspective of our journal. So the Academy of Management Annals, of course, is a review journal. So one of the challenges of studying the future of work and writing a review piece is there has to be a big enough body of work, right, to be able to review. So we need you publishing in these other journals and then, having a big enough body to be able to do the review. But I think the Discoveries is a place where we can really push the envelope and study some really interesting topics that might not have a strong enough, maybe theoretical focus yet to be in one of these other 2 journals. So the Annals might not be the first go-to place for work on the future of work, but there might be areas that are kind of alongside or parallel to the future of work. Kevin, if I'm remembering, you have a recent piece in the Annals about role transitions, and I think there are implications there around the future of work and how we make these kind of transitions. What are some risks for you in studying the future of work was another question that you asked us to talk about. And I think, like all research, you want a compelling, theoretical framework. You want rigorous data. So it's not different, than a lot of other kinds of work. Like Kevin, I believe it's really important, especially when it's a very new phenomenon or a really different context, to go in with some qualitative, really talk to people, maybe actually do the work. Lindsay Cameron, one of my colleagues, went and has been an Uber driver, right? And so she's really had important insights by putting herself in that actual environment. If you can't do that, talk to people, learn from their experience. And then I think, like Kevin, I think we can also learn a lot from practice. So I'm really interested to hear what our 2 practitioners have to say. But I think that some of the dilemmas, the challenges that we're seeing in the real world of work can be good stimulants for us about the kind of research questions that we want to study. So thank you. I know I'm out of time. Thank you.